Hello there, it's Sadie, and earlier we won a run on Kestrel C. We had a breach bomb and an explosive replicator and enjoyed crew killing our way through the game. For our next ship, we've got Zoltan B. This is a pretty good ship. Its main noticeable feature is that it starts with a weak shield system, so you don't have the ability to use to put up a shield bubble at first. You do have a Zoltan shield though, and you also have pretty good weapons. So let's... Normally what you want to do first of all is get 100 scrap and put your shields up. And hopefully you don't end up blundering into an asteroid field in the meantime, because you don't have any way of avoiding doing that. It is just a matter of whether you jump into it. I need to put my pike beam in slot 1. I have lost the run on this ship because of not doing that. And it was very annoying. Let's see if I can get rid of that combat drone. Yes, but we did take some damage in the meantime. We just keep that ionized, we can kill them with our next pike beam swipe. Didn't make much scrap. The ship is also very susceptible to borders. Your layout is quite bad. One of your only external vents is in the door room. Do we want a distress beacon? We have ions and a beam, I guess. Zoltans don't give very many blue options, but it's useful to see this corner. We'll do it. Hopefully it's just a fight. Yep, it is. Need to be wary of their hack. I can't do it right now because Zoltan shield. Okay, good. Hopefully we just keep our Zoltan shield up long enough that they can never use a hack on us. And that does appear to be what will happen. They must have been... I was wondering how they had kept that that laser up. They must have had a Zoltan in there fixing that system, because I noticed it went down. The single laser went down when we hadn't done anything to them. We had hit them with ions, but we had done that, you know, a few seconds before. So they must have had a Zoltan in there and then run them out of the room for whatever reason. Can't have been a fire. None of our weapons can set them. No. This is kind of what you want to see at the start of this ship. You don't want an early store because, you know, you can't get 100 scrap for a shield upgrade there. You just want to find lots of fights. Good. They have no dodge right now, so they can't actually avoid these ion blasts. And the pike beam finishes them off. I should have checked that everything was tracking. Okay, it is, but I should have checked that previously. We're gonna go here and then up. Yeah. We don't actually have 4 missiles to give away, sadly. So we have to go through this beacon. I very much hope that that is not a hostile beacon, because this ship is not very good at dealing with them. And there's actually quite a few jumps that we don't have much of an option but to go through. How many jumps do we have left? It looks like 7, which would be what? One fastest route to the exit would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5 effectively, because I need to be here in 5. I will take 1 extra jump. I'm going to take these 2, then I'll go forward. possible I'll just be forced to go to a store. Okay, after the start of this sector, we've suddenly stopped making scrap. And now we've been plundered into an asteroid field, although they don't have any shields either. Well, we're going to take asteroids. There's not much we can do about it. Especially now our Zoltan shield is down. Thankfully, they are now dead, so our FTL will start charging faster. We just really, really hope none of them hit our piloting, our engines, or our weapons. Them hitting my doors isn't good either, but the only person I could have run to fix it was my engines person, and that would have slowed down the FTL charge. No, we can't do that. We could lose crew, and losing crew on this ship is very bad because we need our Zoltans to give us power. At least we got out of the asteroid with only 1 damage taken. The asteroid field, I should say. Unfortunately, we are forced to a store that we can't really do anything with. There's nothing here we would want anyway, but... Okay, good. This is a double scrap possibility. In fact, it's a double scrap guarantee, I should say. I don't care how high level your mind control is, you're not getting through my Zoltan shield. Light beam finishes them off. Do we definitely have 2 more jumps here? Yes, we do. So, here, distress, out. Okay, good, a slaver. We'll get a high scrap reward from this. It still won't be enough to, get our shield up. And we're having difficulty hitting them, so they're going to get through my Zoltan shield before I get through theirs. No. Can we take this down in time? No. Phooey. Well. Take that shield off and the pike beam wins the fight. We take 1 damage in order to get a high scrap reward. We are 3 scrap short of getting our shields up. Let's make absolutely certain we have this. Yeah, we do. I do not want to lose my streak because I've mismeasured. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I nearly clicked the wrong beacon there. That would have definitely caused me to dive. Offer assistance and try to shield their ship with ours, good. So, we've got a shield bubble now. I don't go for shield 4 early on this ship because I wouldn't have taken that even if I had scrap for it. I don't go for shield 4 early on this ship because you do need to do something about, upgrading your ship. Getting, a weapon or a system or something like that before Sector 3. Our choices here are not great. These are both 1 to 2 store sectors. The bottom side has a chance to go to a green sector. in Sector 3, and Rebel controlled is just a generally slightly better sector than Uncharted anyway, so the offensive drones that we can fight there are a little bit spooky, but you can get those in Nebulas too, honestly. Auto scouts are reasonably common there. We're gonna go here, there, yeah. Hopefully the stores are later in the sector, because we currently have no scrap. Good. There's a Federation ship that we can aid, we will obviously do that. Take that down, please. As long as we can keep their weapons completely offline, they can't get through my Zoltan shield and therefore can't board me. The ship gets weapon skill very quickly, by the way, from the double ions. You can see there my weapons guy just got level 1. Okay, that double reward is very appreciated. Should I try to hit all of these nebula jumps? It does delay me seeing the rest of the sector. I think I'll hit these two. I'll go here, that spots me this beacon. It's another asteroid field. Unfortunately, this ship does not have zero shield bubbles. They also have hacking. That's very bad. They got that just before I could shoot. Okay, thank you. Thank you, asteroid. You go fix the oxygen. I don't know why I did that. They have a missile. Just in time. Let's get out of here. We can take damage from asteroids here because they can occasionally slip by to one shield bubble. You just get 2 come in very quickly. Okay, we don't see a store. I want to see this beacon anyway to spot that. Oh my god, I've just spotted this. What the fuck is that? That is abysmal. I may, oh my god, I'm gonna lose so many jumps due to this. I'm glad I realized that now, but yeah, this sector layout is fucking awful. And this could mean we don't get a store this sector, because if the one store we get is, say, there, well, how are we ever getting there? We need to get to here at least, and then we can maybe double back. I mean, these weapons can beat... Okay, we've got a store right now. We don't have anything to sell, though. I really would like to get more jumps before it. How many jumps do I have before I need to be back here? I think we literally have to go right to the store, unfortunately. Yeah, we have 2 jumps before we have to be there. I think we may actually get caught in the nebula despite this, but, you know, it'd be a nebula dive. That's not the absolute end of the world. Actually, I think we'll be okay, but we're gonna have to like lose the whole rest of the sector. Well, we can't get hacking. We could buy another Ion Blast. The other alternative is we could sell one of our other Ion Blasts and buy the Charge Laser. But I think I'm going to buy this Ion Blast too. This Ion Blast as well, I suppose I should say. There's the other store. Now we're going to start working on our shields. We'll get to Weapons 5 for next sector and have triple ions. Yeah, this is probably the worst sector layout we've had on this particular streak. It's really, really atrocious. You go in there. Yeah, we're gonna just get back, but like we're gonna lose so many jumps. This could literally be like 3-4 jumps that we lose because of this. We'll see at the end of the sector. At least we have enough free stuff there to get our shields up. We need a bit more power and then we want to work on weapons, but... The other nice thing about the triple ion blast is if we can get a safe fight, we might be able to just crew kill off that. Just train them all on oxygen. So it's time for all these forced jumps. At least they, so far, have fights on them. More asteroid fields. More asteroid fields with ships with no shields. They got hit on cloaking through cloaking. And then hit on weapons twice. In conclusion, this is not your day. Get that second shield bubble up to save us, or protect us. These ships seem to all have missiles, but still, that was... We actually blocked their missile with one of our ion blasts there. Still, at least every jump of this forced path, single path to the exit, had ships on it. Although that does kind of make sense. If I were the rebels and I wanted to, and I had a narrow corridor like that, and I wanted to block people from maybe going through my sector, I'd probably station ships on every single one of them too. I mistimed that. That's unfortunate. Doesn't matter, they're dead. Looks like we're gonna lose like 2 jumps, I think. Explore the asteroid field. We do not get any free stuff, unfortunately. Yeah, that looks like 2 jumps lost to me. We're obviously going civilian. I'm holding my scrap just in case there's an immediate store, which there is, but I can go there later. That's not actually a store that I have to go to immediately. Get my weapons up. I don't really have the power for this, but we'll make it work somehow. Reject. This ship can't hurt me if I run 2 shields. I don't think I can ion kill it. Because firstly, I don't really have the power to run that, but also ion killing. I could ion kill. Oh fuck, they have an ion intruder drone, don't they? Yeah, they do. Well, this is very dumb. I mean, currently it hasn't landed anywhere that matters. It will go towards my shields, but I can run another Zoltan in there and keep a shield bubble up. I can't keep both of them up, but... Or you can go to my piloting. I don't care about my piloting. I'm running any evade right now anyway. I should have been firing my ion blast throughout. I'm making some misplays here. Yes, good. Just run back and forth between those 2 rooms, please. No. I'd love to save for that store, but we really need more power. Can I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that store? I'm not sure. There may be another store down there, though. There's at least one other store in this sector, this being a civilian sector. Ugh. Asteroid field, and they have double of the same weapon. It's always bad when the AI locks into doing that because they sync up properly, which their volleys typically do not do. However, I can desync them here. Now we're gonna both get blasted by asteroids. Get the second shield up now. I only need 1 to... We don't even need 1, in fact, to win this. 1 ion, that is. Yeah, we're going this way. Good, an outpost. Hey, this ship has doubles of the same weapon as well. However, it's a much slower weapon than what was happening last time, so that is something. Fire them at weapons and try to take one of them down. One down with the pike, yeah, and 1 out with the ions. Put 1 ion into that room. And yeah, that's the effect of, you know, if we'd done 2 points of damage with a laser there, it obviously would not have taken both lasers down, but because we did 1 with the pike beam, removing 1, they had 2 weapon power in the system. And when you do ion damage, it must actually bring an actual weapon down. That's one of the benefits of being able to use ions on other systems. We get a very nice double reward. I don't think we can get to that store in time, though. Maybe. We'll see. We have enough for hacking right now. Because of that, I'm not getting a repair there. Okay, there isn't another store down here. I think actually we can get here. Only just barely. I don't know how the fuck you have enough power to run a burst 3 in a low power situation, but it is quite annoying. But the ions help us out. Pike beam should kill here. Nice. We get a sellable drop right before the store. And they have hacking. Incredible. Buy that. Get some repairs. I want to get hacking up, but we need a bit of power before we can do that anyway, so let's just do this. Now we can actually run level 2 shields meaningfully, and we'll spend the next little bit getting our hack to level 2. Level 2 weapon hack with this many ions is very strong, because it just buys loads of time for the ions to chain up. This is a potential double reward. And that is all of their weapons shut down. They also have a Zoltan over there because they just had their shield go up and down while people were running around. No. One more power bar. Now we get the hacking up. Okay. No point going to this store. Just go back into the nebula. This ship might be crew killable. It's one of the layouts where they'll board us twice, and they may only have 2 crew. It's a little bit difficult to actually get the last bit of damage on somebody, but let's try it. We could use a good crew kill. And we can keep these weapons down very securely once they're through our Zoltan shield, because we just chuck all the ions at it. But yeah, they're going to board us, presumably Mantis first, then an NG. Okay, I do not want you to do that. Mantis is in shields. That's very easy for me to vent. Now trying to go to weapons, that's a little bit awkward. There'll be an NG over in a moment. We will murder them. I think here in Sector 3 this ship should still only have 2 crew. want to fight me in the med bay as well? We just need to hit the Mantis, which he should be in piloting. Let's do this. Yeah, that takes out that system. Yep. Crew kill. Hacking up. We can go into battles like this. Sadly, we can't really see this stuff up here. But still, this has been a really good sector. It sort of made up for that awful layout last time. Although that rebel sector didn't give bad scrap, it just, the layout was atrocious. But in scrap terms, it was okay. Why am I not auto-firing my ions? Give me 5% more evade. Put one ion into weapons. Which will now hit, guaranteed. Okay, well they've fixed that. They have multiple NGs over there, it looks like. It's kind of tempting to get the piloting blue option of this big nebula, but I don't think it's ultimately worth it. We want to start saving for either other weapons or cloaking or things like that. Literally the jump after I mentioned it. I am not risking my Zoltans. Ugh. Those double charge ions are going to really hack through my Zolt shield fast. Are you fucking kidding? At least they only have level 1 piloting. Scrap for that annoyance. We can't get both of these jumps. I don't think it's worth diving when I have no information about what I'm even... Okay, well this is good. Like, I could, since the exit is in a nebula, take that bottom beacon before we leave the sector. But I feel like it's too risky. We're still a little fragile. Double reward is very good. Yeah, we would have to take this jump, we would have to dive. I don't feel like that's worth it. There could literally be nothing here. I feel like this was a pretty good sector anyway. Yes, it was an excellent sector. Let's not push our luck by doing things that are totally unnecessary. Well, Abandoned 4 is where Lanius bombers start turning up, and we are weak against those. But they only board you with one Lanius in that sector, so I'm going to risk it. This is possibly a very dumb mistake. We've already seen all these, so let's go topside. There's also more stores in this sector than the Mantis one. Can we use you to delay the rebels? Unfortunately not. But you know. Giving me a fight is kind of like delaying the rebels. Is there a way to hit? Pretty sure there's a way that I can hit. I guess not. Well, hit those rooms then. No. Put a couple ions into weapons to take those things out. Okay, we've spotted the store, and we have the chance. We have 4 beacons we can go to before that. We have the chance to turn that into cloaking, or a good weapon, or possibly mind control if there's neither of those things there. So let's take it. Lanius Bomber with cloaking. We really need to hack those weapons to keep our Zoltan shield up. Fortunately, it's not a long cloak. Couple of ions into there. This layout is actually pretty susceptible to pike beaming. I don't know that I've ever done this particular pike beam shot before, but it seems very effective here. Yeah, you know, Lanius bombers aren't so bad if you can keep your Zoltan shield up, and we just got 40 scrap from that. Obviously, if they can board us, it's terrifying, and we have no meaningful way to fight them off. Attack the Lanius ship. I'm sure I've mentioned it before, but I'd like to emphasize again that weapon hack level 2 is really fucking good. We're just slicing our way through these dangerous ships with no damage at all, because we can just shut their weapons down. We even get a slaver to give us a high scrap reward right before we hit a store. I think that ion actually hit mine because my Zoltan shield is untouched. Slug pilot is really tempting, but no. Scrap is even more tempting. Yeah, that's a lot of scrap. Take one more jump, then the store. There have been stores at every one of these. This Lanius bomber seems very, very strong. Is that flak and burst too? And they have cloaking. And they have mind control. Nope. That ship is... I don't skip very many fights. But that ship is just... And that was a potential double scrap reward, but just no. Sadly, this store fucking sucks. It has none of the things that we want. However, we have built up a good amount of scrap at least. This ship is not particularly worrying. Oops. I was going to... What? I was hitting the start button there instead of control to change the auto fire target. Nope. There's at least one other store in this sector, although it's possible that it's down towards the bottom of it and then we won't be able to find it. But we will look for it. And we got there pretty quickly. I think we're going to lose a jump in this sector because there's no meaningful way. We have to be at... That beacon is the only one that joins the exit. And as far as I can see, we need to be there. We have 4 jumps before we do it, before we get there. But I don't know that we can meaningfully do that. Suppose we can go store and then... Yeah, we'll go store and down towards the bottom, but we might lose a jump or two. At least we found the other store, which also has nothing we want. We could buy a drone control with a combat drone, but I don't like that. I'm gonna get engines up so that prior to our Zoltan shield going down, we can do this with our power. Okay. Well, this Lanius bomber is also pretty strong, but we have an ASB on our side. It also doesn't have cloaking, and it only has 2 shields, not 3. I am concerned about having to use this many ions against level 3 shields, which will be extremely common in the next sector. I may need to get level 3 hacking to delay their weapons even further. Those rooms. They cannot dodge this ASB because we took out their piloting. Teamwork. I was about to say it feels... Yeah, we're still going to lose jumps. I was about to say it feels like we haven't got many drops in this run, and indeed we have had the 1 drop of those breach missiles. Here's the first fight we've taken against an enemy with 3 shield bubbles, and unfortunately they just dodged 2 of our first 3 ion shots, so that's going to reset the process to progress. Okay, good, that's down. I'd very much like... Can I do a shot like this? Yeah, that's a shot I think I was looking for earlier. No. We're going to hold our scrap until we're actually in the next sector, because currently we could buy like cloaking and a really good weapon. This Lennius bomber is not nearly as terrifying as that previous one that we skipped. It does have cloaking, but we've already killed one Lennius bomber with cloaking in this sector. Please dodge this. That's a big dodge. That prevents them from being able to board me. Unfortunately, they got a bunch of dodges too. Well, they are going to get to board me in a moment. We did get their shields down despite them being cloaked. That's useful. Let's open up our internal doors and let's have all three Zoltans fight this intruder. Still, they managed it. I'd like to run them to the med bay, but that would pull a bunch of power out of this, and our next spike beam shot kills, so we'll just hold off until then. Okay, we survived the big bad Lennius bombers. We've made a lot of scrap in this sector. Even though the stores were terrible. You know, we'll jump to the exit now. We lose one jump because we didn't really have any way to not lose a jump. We finally get a draw. And we're going civilian. We are in a big nebula right away. Well, actually not a big nebula, we're just in a nebula. I think I need to do this. We could potentially actually hack shields down against enemies and chuck all the ions into weapons. That's one way we can possibly do fights. But or we could fight ships that have no shields in this. We don't need to consider that question. Seemingly that's the only weapon drop we can get in this run. We haven't spotted this beacon. I'd kind of like... If we do this, I simultaneously... And I'm going to take this upgrade this time because we have 280 scrap. It's not like we need to hold it. But if we hit these, we both see this beacon. Although actually there's a bunch of stuff up here we're not meaningfully going to be able to see. Actually, I might go store there. Can I get there in time? I think so, because these are nebulas. And then go topside. Yeah, let's do that instead. What are these stores? Like, seriously, what the fuck? We don't see another one. I'm not buying that pre-igniter. That's absolutely a trap. Also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can buy the backup battery safely. That increases the chance that we stop having stores trying to sell us drone control and a crew teleporter. But yeah, like the weapon pre-igniter, we need to wait for the ions to get through shields before the pike beam does anything anyway, and that's the only weapon we have that does hull damage. So that would only work if an enemy had level 2 shields. It might work. I mean, sure, we could use it and hack shields, but if we're going to hack shields, we're not benefiting that much from the pre-igniter anyway. So I'm definitely not spending 120 scrap on it. It's a complete waste. Let's fight them in the med bay. We're outnumbered, but we should still be okay. Let's get the third person in there. As long as we vent everything else. We'll leave that room unvented so that the human over there, the human can run in there while waiting for everyone, for, you know, one of his colleagues to die so that he can run in. There we go. You may be killed now. Thank you for waiting your turn. We need to wait to get our O2 back before we can jump out. Sadly, it is being slow about it. That's good enough. There's at least one more store on this sector, so hopefully it's not terrible. We'll try to follow them. We could have got crew out of that, which at this point I'd quite like to get some of the crew. There are 3 shield bubbles over there. We really need to focus ions on shields for a little bit. Good. And we can put 1 ion into weapons. Haha! No, these level 3 weapon hacks are very, very strong. I don't think they've fired a single shot at me in this entire battle. And even though our offensive setup is not really that fast, it doesn't need to be. I'm going to upgrade my doors. We are sitting on 300 scrap, and we are quite vulnerable to anyone who happens to have Zoltan Shield bypass, which is, you know, most pre-battle borders in this run. Search among the stores. Normally I hope for a fight from that event, but here I actually wanted a store. Keep stacking those on. store, but we can go here, see all this stuff, then there, see that jump. Then head towards this. We should be able to pick up every beacon in this sector. Aid the civilian ship. We are sitting on so much scrap. But I don't know what I'd use it on. There's no point. We could upgrade my shields, but what's the point? No one's shooting at us. Come on. I don't think we've used the backup battery since we got it. Chuck a couple ions in there. Pike beam wins it here. No double reward, unfortunately. Actually, we don't need to go here. We can just go here. That sees more stuff. Drones are more expensive than fuel, and we desperately need a store anyway. We don't really have anywhere we can go that sees more than one unspotted beacon. I'm worried about it being like there. It's the first ship with offensive drones for a while. It's also the first ship, I think, for a while that's been running away. Unfortunately, the fire beam drone damages my shields, even though it's a fire drone and not an actual beam drone. Mercifully, the pike beam damages enough different systems that we can make them run their pilot out. We can just do this over and over again until they blow up. Pike beam wins it for us. Still no store. Do we go here to spot this beacon? I think we're going this way. I think we actually will miss a jump here, just because I don't think it's possible for us to spot everything. We have a Zoltan for this event. This is the only Zoltan blue... Actually, no, it's not the only Zoltan blue option in the game. It's the trade and supply hub in Zoltan sectors, but it's one of the only Zoltan crew members, Zoltan blue options in this game. Send the crewmen to overcharge their systems. So they contact a ship and it's a pirate. Cool. Nope. Put a second ion into that to take that charge 2 down. There we go. Cool. One moment, please. Okay, we're back. We're sitting on 400 scrap, but we have found the damn store. we're gonna go store and take these bottom jumps and then go to the exit. Now, please have cloaking or some weapons or anything like that. Okay. There are 0 weapons here. There is mind control. Now, if we buy that, we make cloaking less likely to appear. But frankly, that seems to have already been achieved. I'm gonna buy this. I'm also tempted to buy a crew member. I think I'm gonna buy this human. You know, we still have enough scrap that we can do anything we might need to when we find another store. But yeah, I could keep delaying systems for cloaking, but at a certain point I just want to get the damn systems. And mind control will be very helpful for dealing with borders. Something we are rather vulnerable to. Unfortunately, we could not get their shields all the way down because their stupid fire beam drone blocked one of the shots. Shit. That was a misplay. I should have been running my second shield bubble. And we are heavily punished for the fact that I did not do that. Now we're fine, but there's a lot of fire. Could you please stop fucking blocking these shots? How many fucking times are you getting in the way of my ions? And right after we buy a human, we get a pilot-trained mantis, of all things. Whatever, I'll use him for the moment. If we get a chance to train our human, I will obviously use the human for it instead. Yeah, we shouldn't have taken any damage there. You know, I could look at that as a reason to upgrade my shields, but frankly, if I had just, you know, powered the shields I already had, we take 0 damage. We have space to take the distress beacon and then the exit. Hail them, we get a fight. This fight is much more sedate. They don't have multiple beam drones ripping my Zoltan shield to bits. That was the problem in that fight. I wasn't really appreciating how much they would do that. Mind control. Actually, that's one thing we could do here, and I'm going to upgrade my sensors now so that we can use our mind control to take out the pilot. That would be pretty useful. Although actually, I suppose we could run the human to do that, but honestly, it's 25 scrap. We have loads of it. We just need a store that actually has stuff worth spending our scrap on. Also buy another power bar. We can give you 15 missiles. Well, these are 2 of the worst sectors we could have to go to. In fact, they're probably the 2 worst sectors we could have to go to. Abandoned sector is obviously landing us bombers. They're terrifying. Zoltan controlled is the Zoltan Border Police and energy bombers, which are also terrifying. They both have 2 stores in them, so we're equally likely to find a store. It's a question of what is more dangerous, Lanius bombers or Zoltan shield ships. We do have triple ions, so they should shred Zoltan shields pretty quickly. The other question is the sector after Sector 7. If we go abandoned, we have a last chance for a civilian sector, which would be quite useful given how bad the stores have been, whereas Zoltan might lead to, like, Rebel and Mantis. We have just picked up 2 crew and mind control, so Lanius bombers we do have some protection against, but they will be boarding us with 2 Lanius, which is very dangerous. This is probably dumb. I'm actually going to go Lanius here. I feel like we're more susceptible to the border police because they bypass Zoltan shields. We're probably more susceptible to them. We can still do the tactics we've been using. I mean, hopefully we find an immediate store with cloaking and, well, hey, we've done the first bit of that. There are no systems here. This is one of the risks that I mentioned of buying mind control, is that stores are more likely to just turn up with no systems. I'm selling the battery charger. We don't really want or need that. I'm extremely tempted by the ion bomb here. I'm also rather tempted by the charge laser. I may, in fact, buy both of them. Yeah, we're buying them both. We need to upgrade weapons to actually use them. The ion bomb gives a lot of punch for just 1 power. It is slow, but we're going to be level 3 weapon hacking, so that's fine. We can drop it into shields and switch them off for a long time, or we can drop them into weapons and switch those off for a long time, depending on what we need in the fight. Exit in this sector sucks. Let's go bottom side and then back up top. We will attack this pirate. Their weapons are really good. They do only have 2 shields though. Since they only have 2 shields in this case, I'm going to ion bomb weapons. Doesn't matter, we missed, but... switch that off just in the nick of time. That missile was going to fire at us. Are you kidding? I don't really care that much about that. This is one of those situations where one of those big slow weapons like a Flak 2 would actually be really helpful. Because we just need something that fires a reasonable number of projectiles to get shields down. We don't really care about it being quick thanks to the Zoltan shield. We found the other store. Good. Well, this store also has no systems of any kind. does have some weapons, though. I definitely want the heavy laser one. That's a straightforward upgrade. I'm wondering, do we want the burst one as well? Which would entail getting rid of the ion bomb that we just bought, but, you know, I couldn't rely on there being 2 good weapons at this store. It would also require us to upgrade our weapons, but we know there are no more stores in this sector unless we get one from an event. I think it's worth it. Let's do this. So. Ions be gone. We have reasonable but not great weapons. We have the rest of this sector to farm up scrap, and our decision to go to leave open the option to go to a green sector in Sector 7 may prove very, very useful indeed. First enemy that we fought with 4 shield bubbles. We're still hacking weapons. We have enough shots to get through that. It'll just be awkward. Speaking of awkward, that Ion Blast 2 is going to be very annoying. Sure thing, dodge loads of my shots. Much better. Currently they can't dodge, so we should be able to land a very good volley here. Weapon hack now because the backup battery is going to run out anyway. Got him. We need to get back to 150 scrap before we do any spending of any kind. Attack the Lanius ship. This is much more manageable. Contact the Mantis? Nice. They're angry at themselves for needing to be saved. Don't be angry, you just gave yourselves the opportunity to give me scrap. Surely that makes it all worth it. Blech. We're fighting it anyway. But, you know, Zoltan Shield is blech. Hack those weapons. We are not letting you use that halberd beam on us. I unfortunately cannot mind control the pilot because they have wisely put the slug in there. Good. You go run into the mind control room. Never mind, they can't get in there fast enough. Blowing them up. I was gonna mind control the human as soon as he got in that room. Contact the civilian ship. More double rewards. We now can't afford to buy a bit more power. And we still have cloak buffer. We're going to take these jumps at the bottom of the sector and then go into the exit. Unfortunately, the exit location sucks, but what can you do? This is one of those things where the blue option is actually worse. This is a possible double scrap reward, whereas the bottom is just a single scrap possibility. We don't even need to wait for the beam. Is that 3 double rewards we've had in this sector? Yeah, this has been a really good sector, even though we're losing a bunch of jumps. Do we even have 2 before this exit? No, we don't. We have 1. Well, complete stab in the dark as to which one is better. Those drones would cost 32 to buy back, and we don't really need this scrap, so I'm going to decline. Running out of drones would obviously be a catastrophe here, because we're relying on weapon hacking every battle. Cool, we get a fire drone. You're very insistent about this. Okay, so now it's just a straight up choice between these 2 sectors. We once again have the issue of we didn't see a single Lanius bomber in this whole sector. That may not actually last, but of course we've also upgraded our weapons significantly. You know, we're no longer having to slowly wait for ions to chew through potentially 4 shield bubbles. We actually have lasers that can do it. That also slows us down against Zoltan shields. More Lanius. They've been good to us today. We'll continue pushing our luck. We can see all of these beacons by going here, here, there, although that might have been taken over by them. Nothing here. Okay. Well, we won't see all those beacons, but we're going to this store. Please have, you know, some sort of systems. Fuck's sake. We are being hard punished for buying mind control. Well, one more chance before Sector 8. We will attack the Lanius ship. I control you. Fight me. Yeah, you might eventually get to fire that, but you also might not. We got 109 scrap for that battle. Like, Lanius sectors can be really, really lucrative. They just apparently have dreadful stores. Please get it, yes. That is the fucking store. Let's go right there. We have just enough space, I think. We once again have 400 scrap. We've spent so much time in the Lanius sectors that we're imitating their achievements. Oh, my Zoltan ran through mind control and switched it off. It's fine. We've done enough. You get vented, you get vented. Yeah, come and say hello to my Mantis. And now I'll be off for a bit. Okay, we're back. So, oh yeah, we were just healing up from that boarding event. Now we will get to find out whether or not this store actually has cloaking at it. Or whether this is 4 stores in a row with no damn systems. It has cloaking. Hooray. Buy that. Buy an auto reloader, but I don't feel like it's necessary. Start working on the cloaking right away. Our power situation is quite low, but we do have 3 Zoltans, so it hasn't needed to be that high. Let's just do this. And that. I would just like more power to actually run that. We still haven't actually got evade training yet. We haven't really found a fight that would have been desirable to train on. Maybe we can find an auto scout, although that's not too likely in this sector, or maybe next sector, because we can heavy laser to put a breach on. We can mostly take fights for the rest of this sector, though. That's positive. And we didn't get one there, but we got a bunch of free stuff instead. We'll happily dive in this sector now that we have cloaking. Also, now that we have cloaking, start shield hacking to make things a little bit quicker. Let's just pre-cloak this stuff. This enemy has pretty trivial weapons, so one volley, but they have no shields. We'll just switch their offense off. This thing will annoy us, but it's not bad. Nope. Cool. Yeah, can we go here, here, there, there, there? I don't know that we have enough space for that, but we're going to take as many jumps as we can. Not sure that we need to hack this, but we're going to anyway, just for security. Nope. Give the combat kill to my Mantis, even though he is my pilot. This setup doesn't look like one that's likely to get many crew kills against a flagship, which is a little concerning. Pike beams do not exactly get crew kills. Actually, we should go into fights like this, since we have the Zol shield. I think we're going to go here, here, there, dive. This is a really bad scrap trade, but on the other hand, we're about to get a bunch of fuel when we go into Sector 8. We just need 1 fuel at one of these 2 jumps, and even if we don't get that, we could kill a dive ship. I'm actually going to take this, even though it's, you know, as a reward, 24 scrap sucks. Obviously, if you're not in Sector 7, don't do that. Even in Sector 7, I'm not particularly convinced that was the right thing. If it was 6 fuel, it would be very easy to know, yeah, that's the right move to make. But we're sort of dependent on getting some fuel from this fight. Attack the ship. Hack their shields. I may have activated that too soon. So, I will gamble on killing the ship, giving me some fuel. Not punished for being greedy. Good. Get that up. Get some buffers. Do this as well, because we don't yet have 100% cloak evade. But now we do if we run level 5 engines. Just weapon hacking this so we can get out. Though we might be able to kill the dive ship. Look now. Currently, we might as well stick around. We're not in any danger. Still not through our Zoltan shield. I missed their shield system there. Cloak. Yeah, I think we're actually going to get this ship. So, I tried to mention this earlier on the streak and got owned because I didn't hear that roaring sound. That roaring sound indicates that the ASB has hit our ship, but if we just jump out now, we don't actually take the damage. We manage to escape. So you can use that audio cue as long as you're listening out for it properly and not being dumb like I was the last time I tried it. These repair station locations kind of suck. Which is awkward. What's not awkward is that this is a double scrap. Guaranteed. Set up in Sector 8. Cloak that. And their weapons have been thoroughly disabled. I messed up my pike being shot again there, and that literally is the difference in them being alive or dead. It doesn't matter. They die here. And we get a double reward. Pretty sure the double reward we got in Sector 6 from fighting some Lanius was actually better than that, but so be it. I'm not bothering to try to get to that repair station. Let's just jump through the middle. We might find a store, we might not. This is a ship that if we could get a breach on weapons, we could try to crew kill and just leave them with, say, that ion blast. It depends on what that missile is. I think it's worth trying. Okay. It clearly is not worth trying. Because their evade is too good, and now we've put ourselves at risk of taking damage. Well, so that's how it goes. Actually, yeah, our Zoltan shield will protect us from that missile, which is the only thing currently able to deal us damage, so we don't need to get out of here. However, now our Zoltan shield is down. Now we get the goddamn breach. That's hit us, but whatever. We've already killed the ship. We'll just take the damage and move on with our lives. We're not in a good position to fight this fire in our door room. Repairs generally is something this ship struggles at, and we haven't picked up crew to really patch that weakness. Zoltan shield makes it mostly not a big problem because you shouldn't actually need to repair that often. I did not finish fixing that system. How many more dodges do you... Oh, we actually did get our dodge all the way up at some point in the last few fights. Well, one repair station has been taken over, and we're not going there, so our only chance of repairing that damage we just took is to find the store. Which we have not located. It's probably like there, or at some beacon that's been taken over. People might go here, and then fight them early. That fire beam does absolutely nothing. That fire bomb, rather, does absolutely nothing to my Zoltan shield, even if it hits. Good. I wanted to check on the beam because I knew there was a possibility that they might only have level 1 piloting. That turned out to be the case. And that meant all our lasers hit. More double rewards. Yeah, go there and then there. We can actually get our shields up. Yeah, nothing here. Actually, we're not going to be able to do that because they're now jumping to the base. We'll have to take one dive. We can either then go there and then the base, or straight to the base. We're hacking those weapons. Look now. Now let's get it as close to being off cooldown as possible before we jump out. There's a danger if we go here with our Zoltan shield that maybe there's a delayed hack on our weapons. I think we want to go here so that we can still have the option to jump away if that does happen. Anyway, we should just be able to focus damage on their missiles. I activated the hack too soon, that was fucking dumb. Okay, it wasn't quite as early as I thought, but that was still a misplay. Mind control this guy, make him run to shields, and there's that delayed hack. It's only landed on sensors, so I don't care. But like that landing on weapons at the wrong time can be very, very, very awkward. Potentially run-endingly awkward. I might just use the pike beam somewhat inefficiently here, just to try to get more crew kills. We would definitely like to remove a few more of these crew before we end this phase. Who are you guys? You. Ah. Oh, we got another one. Maybe we can pick those guys off. Doesn't seem likely though. Damn it! Well, that was my fault. I used backup battery power for the cloak and forgot to check whether the backup battery was about to go off cooldown. Very clumsy. I can kill this guy if all these shots hit. They did. Cool. Also, there's somebody in their side room. So, side room. I think he got through in the last one. Clumsy play. Still, we killed 2, 3. We killed at least 3. We may have killed more. Primarily, it was set up that's primarily reliant on a beam. That's not too bad. Our Zoltan shield will go down quickly in phase 2. Nah, that got taken over. Oh well. So, no more making scrap. Other than from this phase, but that won't give me enough scrap to do anything. Hack that down. Actually, could we take the pike? Can we take that drone out by pike beaming that room? Yes, we can. We can also mind control this quite wounded person and make him fight his compatriots to the death. Cloak. This time we have enough from the backup battery that it will last. So that drone search lasted a moment longer than it normally would have. I'm not going to try to get crew kills in this phase, that would be dumb. Drone search phase is very dangerous. You get them incidentally with your mind control, cool. It is not wise to, they can get through your stuff really fast. That being said, I am going to wait just a moment until that dying animation finishes. external events. They won't be able to mind control me until they get through the Zoltan shield, which they'll do more slowly in this phase. Head here so we can do the runaway trick if we want to. They have 3 crew left to board me with. That's not really that worrying. Their evade, however, that is worrying. We don't need to cloak this. Especially since we dodged them all anyway. Evade is crazy on both sides. Just do a level 1 cloak then, since that's apparently enough. My engines first back. We'll take 1 missile surge here. We weren't as lucky with our dodges this time, but it's fine. We disabled that system. Cloaking is back just in time. We don't have much ability to hurt them at the moment, though, without our shield hack. Chuck our second volley directly into shields. This might actually just blow them up. Yep. So that is 25 in a row. It was a little rough. We were stuck on having difficulty finding good stores and stuck on triple ions for quite a while. We spent a lot of time with loads of scrap in the hold that we couldn't spend on good stuff. We did go to 3 Lanius sectors and we survived 2 late game Lanius sectors even. So that was altogether a pretty decent run. Not hugely strong, but pretty good. Just over 6,000. That's a very high. That's the kind of ratio of ships to beacons that I would normally expect to see with long-range scanners, but we never had them. We just found a lot of fights. We didn't even get 100 beacons explored, which is quite low for me. We obviously lost quite a few with that terrible rebel sector. That would have got me over 100. The sector 2. Anyway, there are only 3 ships left. Well, let's find out which of Fed B, Rock A, or Mantis A we are playing next. 3, 2, 1, go. Fed B. Only took 2 clicks though. I'm surprised by that. So, we will take this this gunship out for a ride next time, and then we will get to find out what the last 2 ships on the streak will be, assuming that we actually get to the last 2. Because whatever we roll next time of Mantis A or Rock A, it'll be the other ship for 128. So I hope that you enjoyed the run, and I will see you for number 26. Bye for now.